What's going on, guys? It's Connor or Mr. Misplay here. Today I have super heavy Adamancipator post-ban list. So we've just lost Scarecrow, big sad. I was hoping my first video would be, oh look, I topped Nationals with super heavy, but I got shit on by Kashtira in the final round. So yeah, here is the updated list for post-ban list, which is still making the same board it was making without the Scarecrow. This requires a little bit more RNG, but it's still better than Super Heavy, who no longer have their for 1 card combos. So let's go. Starting off with the standard Adamancipator package: free Seeker, free Researcher, free Analyzer, 1 Dragite, so your Dragite Synchro will be alive, and it's a draw one, which is kind of nice considering you can't play Prosperity, Upstart, fucking any draw spell. But yeah, there's the 10 card Adamancipator tuners and Dragite. Then we've got the rocks you want to hit off your mills. We've got Doki Doki, just your E-Telly. Carterin, this card is insane. Power of the Elements gave us so many good cards for every archetype in the game by the looks of it, because this card gives you an additional normal summon of an earth or a water. And when it's engraved, if you control an earth and a water, so usually it'd be Dragite and any of your rock monsters, it can res itself to make extra synchro plays, but it banishes when it leaves the field. It was really good in the sprite build. It's even better in this one because having an additional normal summon of an earth means you can play your super heavy package if you draw it off a Dragite later in the turn. Next, we have our Kawaki Merus, free supplier, just a great extender. Rock is sent from field to grave. You can spec it. I had a few times this weekend where this card was dead because I'd been shifted, but that's because Shifter Mongs are still out there. And then we got free Kawaki Meru Guardian, which is your Wandering Griffin Rider. That's the card I'm thinking of, except it tributes itself instead of shuffling to deck. That is it for the rocks, other than the spicy rocks I'm going to have at the end of the monsters. Next, we have our super heavy package, very small. Free Wakaushi, still the best card to open in your deck. It still ends on scales, so you can pend out your rocks if you have to open multiple normal summons. Say you open Guardian, and Analyzer after you've normal summoned for the super heavy engine. You pend out, you've got 2 negates and a fucking Excavate. Like, this card is insane. And then, of course, to go with this, 1 Fat Ben. Fat Ben searches your souls. What more could you need? So there's your pendulums. Next, we have our souls. Gaia Booster, Soul Piercer. I've cut the card Soul Peacemaker because that card is now kind of shit because we no longer need it to clear the link out of the extra monster zone. This allows you to make Baguska if you brick. This is obviously a searcher. Konami thought it was too strong, so they stopped us from looping it. But you know what? Fuck Konami. But yeah, this allows you to make another level 8 synchro, a level 6 synchro, a rank 4 into Gallant Granite if you really need it. This is the best super heavy card in this deck, and I will not allow anyone to tell me otherwise. Next, free Bike. Bike just good. Search from hand, very nice. Next, we have our hand traps for the monsters. Ash Blossom and Droll. Of course, Gamma would be here if Konami hadn't been a little bitch. But yeah, that's all the can drops. I would play Nib, but they didn't want to go for 40 cards. Nib's in the side. But yeah. Next, for the Spicy Engine, we have no back row removal in the deck because of, obviously can't play spell trap removal. It has to be in the extra deck. But what if I told you we could send a Fossil level 6 fusion that pops spell traps? This is our route to skill drain. Well, it's not really skill drain unless you've already sent it. But for Floodgates, Perform Power Rainbow Magician, this card is really good. Also, being a level 3 means we can make Nat Beast with this. And lastly, the one of Block Golem. This reses 2 rocks from grave if all you have is earths in your grave. So if you hit this early on in the combo before you sent one of your Adamancipator Synchros to grave to make a big at level 8, it makes the second one. So this card is really good, but only at 1 because it's obviously occasionally dead and you don't want to see a dead card in your hand. And now on to the extra deck. So for our links, I would love to say Scarecrow here, but no. 1 IP, 1 Unicorn, 1 Appaloosa. This is all you need. Appaloosa very rarely gets summoned. It's usually IP into Unicorn, but Appaloosa's there for if you really need it. That's it for the links. Not much to say about them. Next for your XEs. Gallant Granite. Best XEs for this deck. Search any rock monster. Say you opened your Researcher. Search your Seeker. You've opened your Seeker, but no way to get to it. Search your Researcher. Then Baguska, Plan B. You're going to get shit on my hand traps occasionally. You're going to need a way to stop your opponent. Next, onto the Synchro. Herald of the Arclight, you're playing level 2s and level 2 tuners, so like, it's self-explanatory. Leonite, this can be Malong from the Syax set, but I chose to play this one because if you ash your opponent, you can use it to Resnick Wakimeri Guardian, giving you another negate. Raptite, the best Adamancipator Synchro, summon the tuners. If you only open the research and you go into this with a Wakimeri Guardian supplier and you hit Analyzer, that's a Baron. Like, this card is the best card in the deck. Next on to the level 8s. We are still playing Saratobi, back row decks of bitches. This is the one you'll summon off the Super Heavy engine, and then you'll equip the Soul Gaia booster and equip special from this. Dragite, I hit 5 rocks off this weekend and bounced 5 cards to the board. This card is insane. Crystal Wang, you can't really play Boral Savage anymore. You're not putting a Lincoln Grave because there's no Super Heavy Scarecrow, so Crystal Wing is just infinitely better. Acel, you can't get to Baron, you can now get to Baron. Even better. And then, obviously, Baron. Last 2 cards in extra deck. I couldn't find my Nat Beast, but I wanted to get this video out. Naturia Beast. You're playing level 3s and a level 2 tuners, which are both Earth. This card will fuck the Runic matchup. This card will fuck the Striker matchup. They're just giving them engaged to 2. Multi-roll to 3. Fuck those guys with fucking Nat Beast. And then, Fossil Machine Skullwagon. This is a banish from graveyard to pop a spell trap. Very good card. Very fun. I haven't got a side deck for you because obviously I haven't played an event with this because the ban list came out mid-nats. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to keep innovating with this. If you want a combo video, drop me 50 likes and I'll drop a combo video by the end of this week. Bye.